Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakwarash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle Great Milson who has taught us his truth. I want to give a mighty shalom to all the Akim and Aqua staying rooted in his faith. And today is going to be a short lesson. Hopefully it's still edifying. But I just want to go over the day of the Lord and how the day of the Lord is going to be different for everyone. And these are the things that we have to think about and think upon, because what times are we in? Are we not in the last days? Are these not the time where the Lord said he shall visit the earth, which he had very made? So these are the things we have to realize and start getting in order, that based off our actions and what we do on a daily basis and what we do for the Lord, it's going to determine what he's going to do for us in that day, right? So if we're not sitting up here studying, making our videos, repenting, fasting, trying to get better, and fight off this flesh, what is going to be the day of the Lord for us? Did he not say stay in all holy conduct and conversation? Did he not say tend to the plow? Did he not say that he wants to come back, find us doing? These are all things that the Lord has already told us. Yet in that day, there shall still be some brothers and sisters who aren't doing that. In that day, you're still going to have the 2/3 and the other ones that are pretty much going to know. I mean, they're going to know because they've been given this warning. But they're going to think that their actions are good enough, their deeds are good enough for the Lord to save them. But the Lord has already told us in many different scriptures what's going to happen. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go over a few different scriptures, and hopefully this is edifying. And hopefully this gives you a spark, a fire, in order to get better in this faith. Because I know for myself, as I'm going through these precepts, it's going to help me. Before I teach others, I teach myself. That's the main reason I do a lot of these videos. Yes, I do these videos because the Lord told me to do these videos, but they're also helping me. When I speak to the brothers and sisters, I'm also speaking to myself. I'm included in this. Right? So, I'm going to go to Amos 5 and we're going to start at 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?" So what end is it for you? Can you truly say that in that day I'm going to be saved? Can you truly say that me and the Lord's relationship is as tight as a knot? He got me. I ain't got to worry about none. No, a lot of people can't say that because a lot of people don't have the actions to back up that they've done enough for the Lord. Nobody really knows. That's why we're called the hopeful elect. Lord willing, will be saved. These are all things that we ask for, because at the end, it's up to the Lord based off what's going to really truly happen, right? We have a lot of people that sit up here every day and be like, "Oh, no, I'm cool. I'm saved. The Lord got me." But what do you do for you to think that the Lord has you? Did not the Lord say, roughly paraphrasing, "My people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge"? Pretty much meaning that they don't get in this scripture. They don't do the research. They don't really try to follow the Lord. They only call upon the Lord when it's needed. Any other time, they think they cool. They go to the church on Sunday and don't really read nothing or hear anything, but say, "Whew, I feel reborn." It's a facade. It's a delusion. You're tricking yourself. You're tricking your mind into thinking that you're actually growing and your relationship with the Lord is growing, but really you're not even near the door. The door is literally 4 or 5 blocks away, and you're just sitting there thinking that, "Hey, yo," that he can hear you. He doesn't hear you. Yes, he sees what you do, and yes, he gives you warning, but he doesn't hear you. He's not thinking about you. So unless you change to make the Lord start seeing you, make the Lord start being like, "Damn, he always at my doorstep. He always calling upon me." You have to be annoying to a certain point. You have to be at that doorstep every day, knocking. "Lord, let me in. Make your abode with me. You said if I do these things, you'll do these things for me." Right? But if you're not doing that, how can you say that the Lord is going to save you in that day? Right? And this doesn't just go for 2/3. This goes for all of us. Lord willing, us brothers in the truth, us my sisters that are doing what they need to do, we're still in the line too, because we have to do it to the end. And who knows? if we're doing enough. I feel like you never could do enough. You have to realize that the righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets back up. So yes, we all sin, but what are you doing after that? Are you trying to do better? Are you getting back up, repenting, and trying to leave that behind you? And please the Lord in things that he wants you to do, the actions that are fittable for you, right? So I want to go to Matthew 7. Slakia, I don't know why I did that. Matthew 7, and we're going to go to 21. It says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So you can't just be a hearer of this word, you have to be a doer of this word. So if the Lord gives you all of this, so say you meet with your doctor, right? The doctor says, my boy, if you don't stop eating that pork, if you don't stop smoking them cigs, if you don't stop doing all these things, you're going to die. After you leave that doctor's appointment, what are you going to do next? He gave you the warning. Are you going to continue to still do that same things that are leading you down this path of destruction? Or are you going to get rid of those things and put them away? Right? So that's the same thing the Lord is doing to us spiritually. He giving us his warning and telling us all these things of which how we're going off. But are we trying to make an effort to do better? Are we taking what the Lord has given us as like ointment and trying to heal ourselves and do better? Did not the Lord say, if your eye offendeth thee, pluck it off, rather go into the kingdom mauled than to be to pretty much roughly paraphrase, not make it at all? You have to sacrifice. You have to be willing to go the extra mile. You have to be willing to give up certain things to please the Lord. Did not the Lord say, those that lose their life shall earn their life? Roughly paraphrasing. These are things you have to let run through your mind. Everything that the Lord is telling you is the truth. If he's telling you, do these things and I will save you, why won't you do these things if you know that he's going to save you? Cause and effect. What you reap, you sow. Right? It says, verse 22, many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? In thy name have cast out devils? So these are going to be those people that feel like, oh no, whoa, I did enough. I went out there every weekend. I went out there, preached the Bible. I did that. I cast out devils. I did all of those things. But behind closed doors, what was you doing? When nobody was watching, what was you doing? Smoking, fornicating, eating pork. All these things that the Lord told you not to do. So you're being a hypocrite. Yeah, in the public's eye, you might seem to be holy. But in the Lord's eye, you are still that same man who walked upon his doorstep that first day. So the Lord's going to say, I don't know you. Right? So it says, in thy name done many wonderful works. Verse 23, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And in the NLT it says, but I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me, you who break Yahweh's law. So you transgressed. You added sin upon sin and you just kept doing it. You never tried to get better. You faked the funk. You fooled yourself. You can't do that, brothers and sisters. You have to examine yourself daily whether you be in this faith or not. Before you walk out the house, you make sure yourself clean. You make sure yourself presentable, representing yourself, representing whoever you know. That's the same thing you got to do for this Lord. If the Lord sent you out there, you have to represent. You have to make sure that you're clean in the spirit at all times, because you never know who's watching. And I never know who's watching, but you should want that for yourself, right? It shouldn't be you're doing it for somebody else. You should be doing it for yourself as well. You should want this thing. You should want to get better. Who goes to the doctor if the doctor says, hey, you're getting sick? This is the only thing that's going to make you get better. This is the only thing that's going to protect you and further your life. You're going to do those things if you truly care about your life. And these are the things that the Lord he's told us many and many times throughout the scriptures, what he likes and what he doesn't like. He's giving you a whole list. So at this point, you have a cheat code. Are you not going to use that cheat code so you can pass? He's giving you an open book test. What are you going to do with it? It says, verse 24, therefore Whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man who buildeth his house upon a rock. That rock is Yahweh Shai, the foundation. You have to have that foundation, because if not, a man that stands for nothing falls for anything. Right? So, knowing these things, what other person shall you be? We know that this world has a short time, and it's getting ready to fall. Do you want to fall with this world, or do you want to grow with the new world? You have to think about these things. Once this world goes down, the Lord is going to take his elect and put them in that new world, and they're going to be the foundation for the new world. But in order to get to that spot during this time, you have to build up a relationship with the Lord. Right? You have to do what the Lord is asking you to do. So in that day, you have no doubt in your spirit. The Lord has me. Even if I have to die, the Lord has me. Everything happens for a reason, but at least I know I went out fighting. At least I know that I gave my best effort for the Lord. Right? So these are the things you have to think about when you sit there. Oh, I can't wait for the day of the Lord. Oh, the day of the Lord is going to be so great. You have to truly ask yourself, because the day of the Lord is going to be different for everybody. Depending on what you did, it's going to be different for every single person. It says, won't you that desire the day of the Lord to what end is for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So all these people that are going to think that, kumbaya, my Lord, there's going to be a great day. He's going to come out the sky. It's going to be glowing rainbows, doves. No. The Lord already told you how he's coming back. The Lord already said, I have not come to bring peace, but I have come to bring a sword. To set sedition. You know? He's setting a variance against, what do you say, against mother and daughter, father and son, roughly paraphrasing. These are the things you have to realize. The Lord is not coming back for peace. Let's go to a quick one just to show you how he's coming back. I'm going straight to the point. It says, verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. He's coming in his full glory. He's coming in his full glory to take what is his. So this whole happy days, yes, it's going to be happy days for those who are on the right-hand side of the Lord and did what he's supposed to did what you were supposed to do for him. But if you haven't did that, trust me, it's not going to be anything happy in that day for you. It's going to be the darkest day of your life. These are the things you have to let roam through your head. These are the things you have to meditate upon, like, damn, this could happen any day now. Now, the Lord has gave us a prophecy to give us a measurement of when he's getting close to coming back. And it's like when you put popcorn in the microwave. Yeah, it's going to start off real nothing like, I ain't hear no pops. What's going on with my popcorn? Then as that time starts dwindling down, you're going, it's going to start popping left and right. Same thing with this truth. These prophecies are popping up left and right. Now you have to, now us brothers and sisters, Lord willing, Lord willing, we're a part of that number. Lord willing, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're out here standing upon our watching prophecy, waiting for the Lord to show us what's going on. And then we break it down for our people. These things are happening. These things are happening like none before. A lot of the prophecies that we are seeing today we haven't seen years ago. Not like this. You can feel the energy in the air. That's all you see, rumors of war. And that's all you're seeing, pestilence. We have a famine coming. They're literally, it's going to be a transitioning. We're in a transitioning period. And only if you've been studied up and stand upon your watch will you see what's going on. Right? Let's go back to Amos 5:18. Or 5:19, I think now. Verse 19. As for a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on a wall and a serpent bit him. What does this mean? Is it being literal? No. This is pretty much saying prophecy, judgment. In that day, you're not going to escape judgment. Wherever you go, judgment is going to follow. You think you escaped, okay, you escaped the military. Now you got a militia behind you. What the hell? Escaping to the house. Now you got, just throwing things out there. We got cannibals in the house waiting for you. You don't know what's going to happen to you in that day. Only way you're going to be covered in that day is through the Lord. There's only one name underneath the sun which you shall be saved by. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You have to know these things. You have to believe in these things. You have to show it with your works. Faith without works is dead. So by showing your faith by your works, the Lord knows that you're taking him serious. The Lord knows in that day that you truly want to be saved. Right? So it says, verse 20. Should not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? It's not going to be no brightness. You're going to have nuclear missiles getting shot. You're going to have chariots in the sky blocking out the sun. You're going to have foot soldiers. You're going to have all of these different things happening all at once. But the only way to escape is through the Lord. Only way to escape. If you're not getting beamed up, you're through. Now, yes, we have certain brothers and sisters that might get their head chopped off in the guillotine or have to die for the Lord. But what did the Lord already say? You're going to be the first one on those ships. Right? Is it not fitting? If the Lord died for you, why can't you die for him? Is death not only, what did not the Lord say? Oh, death, where's thy sting? Because it's transitioning. Yes, it might hurt in a moment, but you have to realize who we are. As a people, who are we? And who do we fight for? What is death to a person that's going to come back? Don't fear death. It says, don't fear the man that can kill the body, but fear the man that can kill the body and the soul. So why fear the things that are going to be brought against us instead of fearing the person that is orchestrating the whole plan? Right? That's who you need to pledge your allegiance to. That's who you need to fight for day in and day out. That's who you need to sit there and make your abode with. Right? These are the things that we need to think upon in that day. Right? Because if I go to let's go to Joel 3 and 2, it says, I will also, verse 3 and 2, I will also gather all nations, will bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them. And if you go in the NLT, well, I was already going to get to it. It says, there I will judge them. It says, judge them for harming my people, my special possessions, for scattering my people among the nations, if I died in my land. But in the KJV, it says, will plead with them, there for my people and for my heritage of Israel, who have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So yes, this is talking about the heathens, but you have to realize the Lord said, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, but the righteous shall be saved. So if you're rocking with their agenda, if you're rocking with them, you're going to die with them. You'll be reborn, but you're going to die with them. The Lord's he's not coming to save all this time. He only coming to save his elect and the 1/3 in the remnant, right? If you're not a part of that, you're through. You're missile food. Fuel for the fire. Now, I don't say these things to try to scare you, but at the same time, it is to try to scare you. To scare you into doing what you need to do. Did not the Lord say this in Habakkuk 2 and 1? Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So when you hear these things, and you get to understand these things, and it's presented to you, run. Take it and run with it. It literally says, so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. So we have to spread this word so we can speed up the process, one, but we also can save our brothers and sisters, right? These are the things that we must do in order to please the Lord. It says, Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now you have these people that say, oh, I've been hearing about the last days all my life. They was talking about the last days back in my grandpa's time. And it's going to come. Wait for it. You getting lackadaisical. You think that it's not going to happen. That's your problem. Just because it didn't happen when you want it to happen don't mean it's not going to happen. We're not on our time. We're in the Lord's time. He controls everything. Did not the Lord say 1,000 days is a day to him? So for him, there ain't been no time. What is time to a spiritual people? What is time to a God? You have to start thinking like these things. See, we think carnally. We think about we put our time on things. You can't put time on somebody that lives forever. Right? So this punishment that we're going through, you have to realize once we get past it, it's gonna fade away. It's gonna be like a nightmare. So really, it's not even been no real time, my boy. It hasn't been no real time. So forget about the time. Just lock in every day. Take each day as a new day in order to repent, maybe fast, and get right with the Lord. Because in that day, you want the Lord to be on your side and be able to save you. I know I do. That's why I do the things I do. Now, yes, I go off. Who doesn't go off? But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to show the Lord an effort that I want this. That I want to be saved in that day. And I hope this sparks a fire underneath you. That's the whole purpose of these videos. I do a lot of videos about, I feel like, the last days or different things to this such. But that's because this is what harkens upon my mind. This is the things that I think about. These are the things that I feel like everybody should take way more serious. Each day is a day that's just getting closer to that day. So knowing these things, we have to lock in and do the will of the Lord. The Lord called you. Now make your calling and election sure. Right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwakadash. I want to give double honors to Apostle Great Millstone again. I want to give a mighty shalom again. All the Akim and Aqua saying root in his faith. And with that, a ball, keep my therapy 2023, man.